This is for all the girls, well, let's say from 20 years up. So if you're a 20-year-old girl and up, this video is for you. Let's suppose God granted me a time machine. Or let's suppose I found a genie in a bottle and I released her from the bottle and she gave me a wish. And I asked her for a time machine, and she would grant that. You know, a god or a genie. Of course, God would have more power, but you get the idea. Girls, would you get in a time machine with me and go back to the 1980s? And what if I told you you would not regret it? Yes, you'd have to leave your smartphone. You'd have to leave all the technology behind. You still would not regret it. Would you believe me? Okay? Would you believe me? What if I put it in writing and signed my signature, signed my name? Would you go back to the 1980s? Huh? Uh, we start with 1980. I mean, if God gave me the power to turn this world back to 1980, there's a chance you would not come back to 2016. And there's a pretty strong chance you would not. Would you go back to 1980s? What if I got on my hands and knees and cried and begged a little bit? What if I offered to pay you? Would you go back to the 1980s? Spend a week in 1980 or a few days in 1980, 81, 82, on up to 89. It was, you know, somebody friended me on Facebook, and they was asking me about that. You know, they was 2 years old. They was born in 1988, so they don't remember the 80s, and they see my video on the 80s. And I says, they asked me what was extra different. I says, you didn't hear of all the crap today, the news. You know, my uncle got a satellite TV in 1983. 1983, we thought that was so amazing. But in the family, other than that, nobody. We have 4 channels, and we had a Walkman. You know, I didn't see a VCR until 1986. There's going to be a little. See, I'm hinting to you girls. There's going to be a little boredom there. But I think the overall part of the 80s, you would still love it. Yeah, if I had a genie or a god to do that, and a little science fiction. Hey, this is a video. Why not have fun with the video business, right? Little science. Never did a science fiction. But let's suppose God granted me that wish, or a genie, or God granted me that power. It would not be science fiction.